Hi, folks. Dr. Hopewell and Dr. Lynn here. We want to provide for you a coaching session number one preparation video, and this is part one. There are two parts. This is part one, and this video will help you get ready for your coaching session. So, Dr. Lynn, you want to start us off?
Okay, so basically what we want to accomplish in this video is kind of give you a look ahead. So you have a sense of what are we doing? What's the main thing we're doing this semester? So this semester, you're going to pick a topic, looking at issues that you're experiencing with students in your classroom. It might be a focus that your school district is taking to helps promote student learning. So you pick a focus that you want to investigate by doing an action research study. However, this semester, what you're going to be doing is writing a proposal, developing a plan. So think about it as a lesson plan, but only in a research perspective, okay? And so you'll be kind of be thinking about what are the issues, what are the needs, what are the priorities in our school, what is it that I would really like to do in my classroom to gain new insight to student learning. Dr. Hopewell, anything you want to add to that?
Well, students sometimes have, they get a little bit tense in the fall in Ed 630 because they think that they have to actually do the study. And we will not do the study, as Dr. Lynn said, until next spring, so spring 17 for this class. But in any case, this semester is really focused on just the preparation, just the all of the pieces that go into preparing a high quality research project. So if you're thinking that this semester is going to be really tough because you don't know when you're going to collect data, you're not collecting data this semester. So
okay, so just going along with don't stress, that theme, okay. What you're going to do in writing that proposal, you don't have to worry about suddenly a big long paper that you have to write. We've broken it up into little segments. And so progressively, we're going to work you through the process that good action research utilizes to develop plans to implement an educational study in a classroom. So little pieces, little chunks, and we'll be giving you feedback as you go. So we'll be working a lot along with you, and that's one of the functions that the coaching sessions provide is talking with you and working through your questions. The other reason to don't stress is you're not going to be doing this alone. Since the ED 630 course is part of the title is collaboration. One of the things that we're going to ask you to do is to collaborate with at least one of your peers that are in ED 630 as you write a collaborative proposal this semester. So you'll have a partner that's working with you and developing those pieces, looking at literature and getting more background information about your topic and working on those little chunks that I referred to just a little bit. Who you might collaborate with. You might choose to collaborate with, in some cases, I know in my section, I have some students who are teaching in the same school. Or you might know someone who you were in South Dakota Math Counts with, and they teach at a similar grade level. So one of the main things to think about is your proposal should really be related directly to the emphasis of your master's degree. So if you are in the MSCI for math, your study should focus on a topic related to math. If you're in the MED for reading, then you want to focus on something that is designed to help you investigate students learning to read. So, and going on and on with the other emphasis for the master's program. So you might be asking, what if I don't know somebody in this course? What if I'm new and I don't know somebody? What might I do from there? Dr. Hopewell, would you like to respond to that?
If you do know somebody, and several of you maybe have contacted us already, if you do know somebody, let us know that you would like to partner with that person, and we'll make a note of that. We'll keep record of that. You can do that through email, is probably the easiest way to do that. I would like you to copy the other person as well, because I don't want one person volunteering to collaborate with one or two other people without having talked to them to begin with. So make sure that you talk about that first. But if you don't know somebody, if you're perhaps teaching in a faraway place that is not connected to some of the other students in the class, there will be a discussion posting where you can start to get to know some of those people and their interests. And so that discussion posting will be called Need a Partner. And you'll go in there, you'll post about who you are, where you are, what grade level you teach, and what your subject area interest is, or what your emphasis is. Now, a lot of this you've already done in your introduction, and so really it's just going to be kind of copy and pasting, distilling that down into an opportunity to find a partner. Something else that students ask me right off the bat is, well, I want to collaborate with this person, but they're in 3rd grade and I'm in 5th grade. So how's that going to work? So I explain it this way. You want to collaborate with somebody who has a similar interest that you have. But if you're not at exactly the same grade level, as you make your proposal for the action research, you will simply indicate the nuances of this researcher or researcher 1 will be in the 3rd grade classroom and make these accommodations for that grade level. This researcher, or the second researcher, will be making these accommodations because they're in, perhaps a different grade level. But essentially, you want to be looking at the same things. Now, if you have a partner and you guys can't come to an agreement on what you want to do, or it just seems too far apart, then maybe that's a good indication that you want to partner with somebody else. Okay, so there will be an opportunity within your proposal to make it custom to each of your research situations. We have had in the past teachers that literally teach next door to one another, both teach 3rd grade, and so they do exactly the same thing. That's a possibility. Another possibility is that you do a very similar intervention. You do you examine a similar aspect, but at different grade levels. You'll simply indicate the difference of that in your proposal.
So I imagine as you're watching this video, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I just started taking this course. I just read a chapter about what action research is, maybe watched a video, and now I'm supposed to pick out a topic to write a plan, to do my own study. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed. So one of the most mind-boggling parts really to get started is picking out what your topic is. That's the thing that your brain keeps churning about. One of the things that we've learned is thinking out loud and talking to other people helps you kind of sort through those things that you might be thinking about. And so we're going to help you with that. That's the purpose of our first coaching session. And that's our purpose of doing it in small groups. So when you sign up for a small group coaching session, we're not going to tell you all of the things you just watched in the video. We're going to spend that time talking about, so what are some of your ideas that you're thinking about? Is that a possibility? Is that doable in the time frame that you're going to have to actually implement your study in ED 750 in the spring? Or are there different avenues that we might recommend? And so I think that coaching session will really, really help you sort through those options. The other thing that I really, really encourage you to do is just take time to talk with each other. So use the technology, get on Google Plus, talk to each other, call each other, talk by cell phone. And if you work across the hall from each other, make arrangements to meet for coffee and start talking. The other ways that we will help you is we're going to provide tools along the way that help you kind of think through some options. We also provide some examples for you that previous students, what they've done in this course and what they've investigated. So you're not going to be just drawing, from thin air something to do. We're going to help you along the way. So no worries. You do the thinking. We'll help you sort through the options.
Something else to keep in mind is these coaching sessions. Now, there's 30 students in each of our sections, more or less. And so for us to have even a 15-minute individual coaching session with 30 people, you do the math folks, this is a lot of time that would be invested. So what we've done is we're going to be setting up in our courses group coaching sessions. So there'll be a limited number of spots at various times, and you'll need to go into your course and find an opportunity to sign up. There'll be a sign-up page, and you'll fill first come, first serve to pick those dates and times, and you'll need to sign up for those, and we'll be in a group. Now, Will your collaborator be in that group? You might want to work with them if you know who they are to get in the same group, but it's not mandatory that they're in the same group. Good idea, but not mandatory.
Okay, so we hope that this video gives you a good thinking ahead kind of glance at what you're going to do and some comfort that we're here to help you. Thanks.
See you in the next video.